And we're live. Screw it. I was going to do a video, but then I'm like, meh, why do a video? We'll just, we'll just go live. I mean, nobody's on here. What's that?
I'm already muted.
Yeah, I muted you.
Oh, okay.
So if I didn't do a video, it'll just stay muted, right?
Oh, nice.
But if I did an intro video, it would have gone.
Are you going to dial in?
Oh, I have no idea.
What's this?
Well, we did. She said, yeah, but it's Jodi.
She's like way over there right now anyway.
Oh yeah. So she's out of town. Did they already go to the fun, happiest place in the world, or are they saving that?
That's on the back leg.
Gotcha. Okay.
They're in Alabama right now.
Okay.
Her dad's old stomping grounds.
Neat. That is interesting. So, how was Michael's weekend or week or whatever the hell this is?
Well, this time of year is actually a bit of a roller coaster of anniversaries that I observe. Besides today being my second 17th anniversary.
Right. With Jodi, of course.
With Jodi, yeah. Both times.
Not just you.
Right.
Jodi's involved too.
She's just not here.
But, right, yeah. Yeah. Well, you know how that goes.
It was earlier in the month, was a good friend of mine's birthday, and he passed on several years ago.
Oh.
So it's exactly one calendar week after mine. And when we were roommates, we'd go out for my birthday, just have a great time. And a week later, we'd just do it again. For his. It was wonderful, actually. And then there's also June 12, 1970. I will give 5 points to anyone who could tell me what's special about that day. June 12, 1970.
Can I look it up?
Go ahead. It's fun.
Okay. All right, I will. Right now, June 12th, 1970. What happened on June 12th, 1970? Debut of Janis Joplin?
Nope.
No. Mick Fleetwood weds Jenny Boyd. Okay.
The pitcher Doc Ellis.
Oh, okay.
Pittsburgh.
All right, let's look that up.
Against the Padres.
Oh, was that the acid game?
Yeah. That dude throws a legit, for real, no-hitter.
What was his name? Doc what?
Doc Ellis. Like Ellis Island, and then Doc like a ship docks.
Pirates Doc Ellis throws a no-hitter. Pitched one of the greatest games in the history of the Pittsburgh Pirates, throwing a no-hitter in the San Diego against the Padres.
And no memory of it.
And this, I don't think this says, let's see. This article looks like it completely skips over the fact that dude was wasted. Oh, well, wait, nope. Here we go. It was not until 1984 that Doc Ellis began to tell the public he had been under the influence of LSD when he threw the no-hitter. The explanation he gave was that he was at home in his Los Angeles on the day of the game, mistaken believed that the Pirates had an off day. At around noon, he ingested LSD. At 1 p.m., his girlfriend read in the newspaper that the Pirates, in fact, did have a game that day in San Diego and that Ellis was scheduled to pitch. He got to the airport, flew from Los Angeles to San Diego, arrived at the park in time to pitch. In describing his experiences pitching in the game, Ellis said that as he pitched, it felt to him that the ball changed size throughout the game. That at times the batter looked like Richard Nixon or Jimi Hendrix wielding a guitar instead of a bat, and sometimes he did not see the catcher as he pitched.
Catcher had to tape to his fingers so he could just see the white tape. He's making signs.
Oh my God. As his baseball career ended in 1979, Ellis said that he had always been under the influence of drugs, including amphetamines or greenies or alcohol when he pitched. But he insisted this was the only time he pitched while high on LSD. Oh my gosh. After retiring as a player, Ellis entered drug treatment. He later became a drug counselor and remained
Like you
sober
do.
for the rest of his life. Yeah, I guess. I guess when you
Not all heroes wear capes.
or pitch no hitters on LSD. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I just loved the story when I first heard it. I heard it in first person, and he's just kind of going like pitch by pitch. Okay, here comes the next pitch. Where it's going, I don't know.
God, that is insane.
He says he throws it, and then he could hear it hit the batter. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Couldn't see it.
wow. But he still was able to manage a no-hitter.
Yeah.
I mean, that's impressive.
What's crazy is the next day he shows up to the stadium, and it is an actual off day, and he's talking like a grounds crew member or something because he's there for the game. They're like, no, man, you played yesterday, and you threw a no-hitter. What?
Oh, wow.
What?
That is crazy. Could you, I mean, just, oh, God.
Well, it is defense. He talked about how there's so much stress on you as a pro athlete like that. I mean, you have to bring your A game. You're not allowed a down day.
Mm-hmm.
And they would cope with that, with the stress of all that, through the narcotics.
Right.
And they were just all through the clubhouse.
Dang.
This is 1970s.
I mean, this is the 70s. Yeah.
Black beauties,
no, it was,
and, you know.
There was definitely a lot more stuff going on in the 1970s, for sure.
Look at what they did to our pants in the 70s.
The bell bottoms, you mean?
Yeah.
They flared them all out and said,
there were no straight pants in the store. You had to get bells.
Yeah, right. No, you did. You definitely had to have bells on. Oh my goodness. So, my wife had pointed out a post that you made on Facebook about that
also happened this week.
A trip through the drive-through, as we remember what.
No, I walked into the counter.
What?
Well, I can't really do the drive-through because my hand, I can't reach
gotcha.
out because I'll drop the soda right there. So I park the car and I go in. And they screwed it up that royally.
Okay, so explain how. So go ahead and just walk us through the story because it's.
Well, like I said, I have to go into the store. I can't really do the drive-through, and there was no one inside the restaurant, so it's not like they were busy unless just slammed as it could be with drive-through, but that didn't seem to be the case either. And I don't know. One of the guys just came off break and was still high. I don't know. I got this burger. See if I can find the photo and put it in the camera. I get home with it because I took it to go.
I can probably find your post here. Hang on. Go ahead. Keep going. I'll find your post on Facebook.
I don't live that far from the store, so I get home and attack my fries because you only got about 5 minutes of them being edible.
Yeah.
And then I go to my burger, and it was kind of, weighty, what have you. But so I open it up, and immediately it's like, did the bun slide off? Then I'm like, there's no top bun. There's no bottom bun. And then I could just take the lettuce off and whatnot, and there's onions, and my burger didn't even come with onions and pickles, and the heck? How'd they forget? I mean, when you had the burger and you put that on the paper, why weren't you saying this goes under some bread?
Right.
And they just wrapped that up, put it in my bag, said, here's your meal, sir.
There is the burger. This is the burger.
The cheese doesn't even look like it was recently cooked. And It is a whole head of lettuce. But underneath that, there's, like I said, there's onions and pickles, and that was it. That was.
And so you ordered so your order was a cheeseburger with no onions, correct?
Well, the cheeseburger I ordered, it was the Big Carl.
Okay.
It doesn't come with onions.
Oh.
So.
Or bread. It doesn't come with bread either.
It does.
Yeah, so you probably got somebody's gluten-free order, basically. So somebody had ordered a gluten-free burger.
Why would they have ordered French fries with it?
Because they wanted fries too. Come on. You've got to have fries with your gluten-free burger. Oh my goodness. That's too crazy. All right. Well, I got us a new video this week.
Video.
Yeah. Don't forget microphone right in your face.
Right. Oh, it's eating too. Didn't want that time.
Oh, chomp, 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 chomp. Anyway. But I wanted to share this with you first. So today in the trial is the prosecution has finally rested in the Karen Reed trial. They are done. Well, they've rested their main case. So today the defense gets started and they call a couple witnesses. And they called one of their experts is a probably one of the world's top experts in dog bites and gang tattoos. Actually, she worked as a pathologist in Los Angeles. She also worked as a emergency room doctor. She is an expert. She is a medical expert. Okay. Since the 70s. In fact, in the 70s, she went and was a police officer in Massachusetts. And then kept going to school, became a doctor, did a double residency in emergency medicine and in pathology, worked for both USC, UCLA, the Los Angeles coroner's office, so
she's got her pedigree.
She is just an expert of experts, right? So here, this was on Thursday, or no, this was on Tuesday. On Tuesday they had to have a voir dire, however you want to say it. They had to have the state was questioning her credentials and what she was going to say and all this, and they wanted to limit her testimony, which was fine, right? So they go through the testimony, and she says that the injuries that on John O'Keefe's arms they're from a dog or an animal. They said they are an animal did this to him, right? She's seen thousands and thousands of animal injuries throughout her career, and this was an animal thing. So the wonderful DA decides that he's going to impeach her. He is going to find something that shows that she is not credible. What do you think that is? Just say it's something really, really stupid. Okay. This was during the voir dire. Okay. Here we go.
17th.
You subscribe to the Boston Globe online?
I did at that time. I have not renewed it.
How long had you been a subscriber to the Boston Globe?
I'm going to allow it. Probably a year or 6 months, 6 months to a year.
There was never any headlines or anything else that you saw about this prior to that week just before May 17th?
Not that I paid attention to. 17th.
Okay. So she said on Thursday or Tuesday that she had subscribed to the Boston Globe for 6 months to a year, right?
You anything about
you heard that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Here's
Anything about
today.
anything, any article?
Here is today her testimony. She's under cross-examination from Adam Lally, the amazingly smart and brilliant DA from Canton, Massachusetts.
Can you anything about anything, any article indicated? You saw an article in the Boston Globe
Yes.
about this case, is that right?
Yes,
And how did you come upon it? You have a subscription to the Boston Globe?
I did at the time. Yes,
Did at the time. What time was this?
in May.
May of 2024?
Yes,
And how long had you had a subscription to the Boston Globe at the time that you saw this?
it was either a 6-month subscription or a year. I don't remember.
And that was the first time that you had seen
Yes.
anything about that?
First time I paid attention to anything like that. Yes,
Now, again, you had testified here just a couple of days ago when I asked you questions about this, is that right?
yes,
It wasn't in your testimony just a couple of days ago that the subscription was actually for a year or 18 months.
No.
Remember, not 6 months a year.
So only one person can talk at a time. So was that your testimony, doctor?
no, I don't believe so. I believe that I said it was a 6-month subscription or a 12-month subscription.
The DA in this case is a complete idiot. The guy is a complete moron. He should not be prosecuting cases. If this is his impeachment of one of the most qualified experts that's probably ever testified, his impeachment is, didn't you say that your subscription was for 18 months and he got it wrong?
His impeachment was a 6-month swing on a news periodical's subscription.
Yep. That's his impeachment. That's his saying, that's
Not
the impeachment.
credible because you misspoke.
Not credible. And she didn't.
Right.
He misspoke.
Yeah.
He wrote it down wrong.
Despite the fact that he could have gotten the recordings from the trial.
Could have got the transcripts. He could have gone on YouTube and watched. This person got this off of YouTube and said, so yeah, this is a, I mean, this is the, here, hang on, sorry. There we go. Go back. So this is just a X post that shows both, you know, from the voir dire on Tuesday and then from today, accuses her of perjury regarding the length of time of her active Boston Globe subscription.
Perjury has to be a conscious act.
Yeah, right? Oh, sorry. Stop. I don't want you to play anymore. All right, sorry. I'll make it stop. Okay, there we go. I'll make it stop. All right. So this week's video has all to do with mostly Trooper Paul. Now, Trooper Paul, let's go ahead and explain who Trooper Paul is. Trooper Paul is the expert for the defense, or the defense. Sorry, I'm pulling up the videos. I'm doing it, so I'm trying to do multiple things at once. Trooper Paul is the Commonwealth's expert in accident reconstruction. Okay. Trooper Paul has done 2 or 3 classes on accident reconstruction, 3 classes and multiple other, you know, continuing educations. As with everything else in this trial, yeah, expert in quotation marks. Oh yeah, by the way, hey Michael, we have a moderator now on our YouTube channel. Sorry, I popped that on you just as you took a big old bite of sandwich. But yeah, say hi to Patty, our YouTube moderator. Well, when we get done with the video, you can, and you know. But all right, let me pull this up and pause. And so Trooper Paul is the Commonwealth expert on all things accident reconstruction, and he also explains how things how they work. Sometimes they just do stuff. right? Sometimes things just do things. All right. And I'm going to hide you. And I'm going to hide me. Where'd I go? Oh, there it is. Okay. And I'm going to hide me. And then we'll be back in just a few moments. Enjoy this week's video.
We are now going into week 8. I can't believe we are here. I am exhausted. You are exhausted. I'm sure the jurors are exhausted.
Almost every object has a center mass. Pedestrians is the same. So if a pedestrian center mass is essentially to the half the body, and you would also put down.
Now, specifically with reference to this case, what, if any, analysis did you conduct with regard to kinematics?
Yes, I did a kinematics analysis in my report. Kinematics deals with the aspect of motion.
It's a subfield of what broader field?
God.
Kinematics.
Kinematics is a subfield of what broader discipline of science?
I'm not sure.
Physics, correct?
Yes.
What role does acceleration play in the field of kinematics?
What role does what role does acceleration play in kinematics?
Correct.
It talks about, like you just said, it talks about the speed and talks about motion.
He's asking you to define kinematics and the role of acceleration in kinematics.
Is kinematics also known as the geometry of motion? Is that correct?
I have not heard that.
Never heard that.
He wants to get into the meat of his thing, and he's actually having to teach this witness his own discipline.
And when he got struck by the vehicle on the left side, it would have caused his vehicle to rotate kind of counterclockwise. And then when that rotation, he could turn it into his back, and his back could have struck the ground.
I'm gonna make a shirt that says "Come with me, and you'll be in a world of rampant speculation."
So he does this like pirouette as he gets hit, is basically their theory.
So his torso was spared from being hit, but the arm took the brunt, the full force of the vehicle, correct?
Like arm and shoulder, yes.
Okay.
Arm and shoulder.
And you said he then did a spin, like a sort of a pirouette.
He got spun around possibly the way he struck, it looked like it could have gone turned around counterclockwise.
Okay. So if he turns
Pirouette.
around counterclockwise, is he turning around in the air counterclockwise?
Yes, initially.
So how does his arm get up there?
Because when his arm struck the taillight then cracked, and as the car is driving past him, the taillight could scratch it.
Got it. So gets hit by the car, not his torso, just the arm. The taillight cracks, and as it passes by, his arm stays with it long enough to get striations, those scratches that you see, those lacerations. I'm sorry, those abrasions that you see, right?
In a sense, yes.
And at the same time,
He's pirouetting.
and flies 30 feet to his final point of rest.
I don't know if he did a pirouette.
Actually said he hit his head on the curb.
I said that's one of the possibilities of when you look at the roadway, as he gets spun around kind of clockwise, it's a possibility that the curb is there, any blunt force object on the ground, as the ground is pretty blunt. There's some scratches on the bottom right rear bumper here, and there was glass from a cut back on the bumper.
As far as the glass on the bumper, what, if any, observations did you make of that in relation to the vehicle itself?
Yeah, it appeared to be from a cup as opposed to any glass that came from the vehicle.
My question is, do you, as you sit here, do you have any scientific evidence that those scratches occurred on January 29th?
What do you mean by scientific evidence?
Well, do you have
Evidence
any evidence whatsoever that you
that
can
is science-y? They're asking about the glass on the bumper because he said the glass on the bumper indicates that it came from John O'Keefe's hand.
Would it change your
Can't
opinion in
answer
any
if
way
it would change his opinion.
if you knew that the glass pieces do not match the cup?
No,
You can't answer the question.
it's what was told to me as evidence
Got it. By whom?
by the crime scene.
Wait, the crime scene? The crime scene talk to you?
I think he means the crime scene tech that was taking the pictures that told him about the other stuff.
The crime scene spoke to you itself, revealed itself.
That's what was told to me is the crime scene talked to you.
Yes.
Crime scene say anything else?
I don't know what else you want me to say.
Yes, I did.
Material that you reviewed from the defendant's phone, is that consistent with what you observed in Mr. O'Keefe's?
Yes, it is.
So she didn't delete anything. Kill me. Did you hear me? Just said kill me.
Oh. Who said that? Sir, blink twice. This witness said that.
Your Honor, with the court's permission, if I could request certain portions of.
Is this one? Wait, what?
Your Honor, with the court's permission, if I could.
Ha! Did you hear that? He just goes, kill me. Not a good look, homie.
All right, put us back up there. All right, here we are. We're back up. I mean, so the kill me guy. Let me let this run out so we get all our creators that we rob from. Little credit. And then I've got one guy that I've got to put in there before I get the video out tomorrow. I'll change this last screen here and get Law and Lumber there in there. But so what happens, it looks like, is Trooper Grano here. So he gets asked a question by DA Lolly, and he's expecting like a quick follow-up, right? And then the quick follow-up doesn't come. Like he's expecting something, because you could see him kind of put his hands up like, what's going on? And then he sighs, and that's when he goes, kill me. So watch.
Yes, it is.
So she didn't delete anything.
So he gets this, and then he goes, did you see that? Did you see the shrug? Like, what are you doing? Did you catch that? Okay, watch his hands. Let me.
Yes, I did.
Material that you reviewed from the defendant's phone, is that consistent with what you observed in Mr. O'Keefe's?
Yes, it is.
So she didn't delete anything.
So then he kind of pauses, sigh,
Kill me. Did you hear
and
me?
kill
Just said
me.
kill me.
He's just like, what is going on here? And then the I had to put the clown in here, because if you look, even he's talking about
To teach
he's talking about getting kicked
this witness his own discipline.
right here. Even the he says counterclockwise.
It would cause his vehicle to rotate kind of counterclockwise. And then when that rotates, it could turn into
and then you see even the subtitles say clown clockwise. Oh my goodness, dude. They're trying this woman for homicide with these people as their experts and their witnesses and this is a murder trial.
How does any Massachusetts resident have faith in the Commonwealth's justice system?
I have no idea, dude. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Even today, I got to catch it on and off today, but the bite lady was awesome on the stand. And
of all the things, assuming she's convicted, how many different things do you think won't pass appellate review?
oh my gosh, there are so many appellate issues. And even if for some reason she is convicted, which is just, that would be out of this world if they convict her, right? If a
Well,
now juries,
some-
juries. I know juries are completely unpredictable, and you can think you know what a jury's going to do, but you don't.
And some juries or some locations, they just have an assumed guilty. This is why you're
Correct.
in court. This is why you've been arrested, because you did it.
Right. The state has charged you. The state's not wrong. So
We're
it
just
is
gonna
our
assume they're
job.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, it is our job to convict you because the state says that you. Oh yeah, no, that whole bias thing is a thing. But I think
Despite their oath.
Yeah, right. But I mean, it's going to really take now. She is up on drunk driving charges, so I could see them coming back with a guilty on drunk driving, right? But I don't know that you can convict her of murder, especially after even the medical examiner was the last person on trial, and she even said that a couple things she said was, one, it's not his injuries were not the normal pedestrian injuries that they see in a pedestrian crash with a vehicle, and she can't rule out that it was done in a fight. So I mean that's already reasonable doubt. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's close. It's got to be close to reasonable doubt. And if your whole impeachment of the bite lady expert is
your subscription,
your subscription was 18 months and you're not even. So, okay. So my thought is now the judge is not going to do this because she's already shown how tilted she is towards the state, right? She's very pro prosecution. And that's another reasons that she's, there's a bunch of appellate things that she's done that I plan on a video, hopefully when this is done, to go through some of these things that she did that, the lawyers that are covering this are going, why is that sustained? Like Lally will say, objection, and she'll stay sustained today. So in her court, you can't give the reason for we've been through that. You don't get the reason for the objections, which is weird to begin with.
I mean, suppose you're objecting on the hearsay rule, but
right?
The judge assumed you're objecting because they were leading.
Correct. So Lolly today goes objection, and she even goes, why? And she gave him a chance to state his reason for the objection. Then she even says, are you objecting because of notice, or are you objecting because I don't remember what the other thing says, like he didn't get notice, right, of this testimony or whatever, or was he objecting for some other thing? She said some other thing, and he goes, that was his answer. Nothing. He didn't say anything. He just sat there. He didn't even know why he was objecting. He just knew to object, or thought he could, he objects and she sustains most of it. It's really, really weird, dude. It's really weird.
Objections on what grounds? It's detrimental to my case.
Yeah, exactly. It really hurts me. Oh my gosh. It's, I don't know. I don't get
You
it.
just want to pinch yourself. It's like, is this real?
Yeah. Don't forget your microphone.
Yeah. I'm close.
All right, there you go. I know I'm the microphone. I was going to say the N word, like the NAZ word, but you don't want to say that. Not that N word. Oh my God. So, yeah, dude. And it's funny because now I've got, this whole newspaper thing. That's just one thing that's going to go on the video this week. Right. Like, how do you, I have a feeling that Lolly throughout the week here is going to give us more and more,
bullet points.
Oh yeah. Material for the video, because he just can't help himself. He's as bad as he is on direct examination.
Yeah.
He's even worse at cross. So this lady came off. So the newspaper thing is one thing, right? but she is very, very likable, right? She came off as just somebody that she saw this case in May, right? She hadn't really seen this case, but she saw she saw a headline about it. And then a little bit later on, she saw the pictures and she goes, "Oh my God." And looked at the pictures because I know what that is. I know what that is in my, my experience. And so she reached out to a DA that she knew, who reached out to the defense and got him on there. And so, that's how she got involved in this thing. And so she reached out, and then, so she gets on the stand today, and he's just like confrontational with her, right? And she's a very likable witness. That's not something that you really want to do, is be confrontational with a witness that the jury is going to appreciate, right?
Right.
Because they're looking for answers. They're looking for stuff. So if you're being confrontational with somebody they like for just because her subscription was only 6 months and, or 18, I mean, it's so stupid. So stupid. So, all right, change gears. Our lawmakers are some of the most brilliant people too. Such as, like, let's take Chuck Schumer for instance.
I'd rather leave him where he is.
Okay, so Mr. Schumer, I guess, is a
dirtbag.
Well, yeah, I know, but he's also, I guess, been in an apartment building. He's been. Oh, he took it off. Dang it! He took down the post. Okay, so he put up this post. He put up this post that his family has lived in. Here, I'll share it here. This is really funny. So he put up this post that my family has lived in an apartment building for all our years, but my daughter and her wife just bought a house with a backyard and we're having a barbecue. Right? So there he is with the burgers and some dogs. Except for the fact that that's the cheese on the raw hamburger.
Yeah. I noticed that right away. I was like, that looks a little cow to me.
Hi, fellow citizen. I'm a senator, but I am just like you. I go out into my daughter's backyard and we have a barbecue where I burn the cheese because I put it on way too early and it becomes a blackened crust.
Do you
By
think
the
that
time
grill's
that
been turned on? See if you
no,
see
you
the
could
dials.
you could see the flame underneath there. So
I don't know if that's flame.
I
could
think
just
that's
be-
flame. I mean,
There's nothing back here.
there is a little bit of a mark on the burger, unless maybe they like their burgers raw. I don't know. Maybe somebody here really likes.
They're from Brooklyn.
Like my cat likes raw burgers, so I don't know.
Go back to the
But,
one with him in
yeah.
the picture. Just curious.
Oh, yep. All right, hang on. Let me get back to that, and there we go.
They're
Okay.
all turned off. The burners are turned off.
Oh my God. Whoa.
Staged photo.
No, off is up. Off is up.
Okay.
They are on. They are on. Off would be up at the top. I know.
I'm betting against it.
Oh yeah. Hello, fellow human and voter. I am totally normal and just like you. You'll notice I'm making food. I do this all the time. I prefer my raw burger with cheese.
Yeah, you'd never interrupt in the barbecue unless the person there asks for help.
Yeah, right? I mean, I get, photos staging stuff for photos, but come on, man. I mean, and it's funny that he probably got so much heat for it because the actual post is gone, right? It's been taken down.
Oh yeah.
So you gotta love it. So the next, trying to think what, we've got this Reed case here going on, right? Oh, you all right?
Yeah.
I think the next.
Well, there's been some interesting law coming out of Georgia.
Oh my God! So that's going to be the jury is gone until after the 4th of July in that case,
which makes total sense.
They are going through 17 hours of videos of him being, like interrogated and such, right? So 17 hours of videos that they have to go through. And then they're actually going to supposedly go through the ex parte meeting that they had in the judge's chambers, right? So supposedly they're supposed to have a hearing on that. So they're not going to get back to stuff until after the 4th of July. And that case has been going on since November, dude. November. Can you imagine being a juror stuck going through a hearing for that, or I think for that long? I mean,
well, at least the OJ case, it was trial throughout. So yeah, the poor jury got sequestered and they had to suffer through it, but it was nothing but the trial the whole time.
Right.
Now they have to stop for contempt hearings and whatnot. That's just ridiculous.
Well, and I think, dude, the judge, he's going to be in trouble too. I really do.
Yeah,
I think he's
minimum by the
be
judicial council.
Yeah, no,
whatever
exactly.
Georgia has for that.
I think they will. I think they will be some consequences on that. There have to be. When you have a judge, and that's the issue, is you have a judge that has stepped so far out of bounds to do something like this, and then act like he didn't do anything wrong. But then you have to have somebody has to step up and take charge and say, no, that's wrong. And there has to be a remedy for that. And right now, so far, there's not. There's pleadings. There's cases going up to, to additional.
There's there's the appellate court, but that's after this poor guy gets convicted and probably shouldn't be.
Oh, I lost you. What in the world's going on? Is your mic on? I lost your microphone. I lost it. Is the light on your mic?
My light's on.
Okie dokie. I don't know. Bear with me. Sorry. Technical difficulties. Don't know why it disappeared. It's disappeared off my thing. Oh, nope. It came back. All right. No. Wide world of sports. All right. Hang on.
It's off now. Light's off now. And the cable.
Ah. All right, hang on. I got to reset this thing here. And you're back. All right.
Good. Oh, it's good to be here.
You don't pull the cord out. No.
I didn't pull a cord. Could have been some other guy.
So yeah, when you have these issues, and you have nobody to step up to take care of it, how does it remedy itself? What's the remedy?
It doesn't. You just suffer it.
Yeah, right. So you have, I mean, this is just blatant. This is just blatant, working with prosecutors. I mean, I don't know the specifics of the case and how much, what's been charged and all that. I know it's a RICO case. There's a whole bunch of defendants and there's some heavy charges, but everybody is entitled to a rigorous defense.
The Young Thugs a RICO case?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Okay.
It is. It is absolutely a RICO case. So, but the next crap show out there too is coming, and it's going to be nuts. And it is this
presidential
one.
Debate.
Oh no! You know what? I'm so beyond that crap. I don't even wanna. But we have today was Alec Baldwin's pretrial motion hearing. Over 8 hours of pretrial motion hearing. This is from potentially criminal Sean covered this thing. He's a lawyer in Ohio that covers these things. And so he covered over 8 hours of pretrial motion hearing. And then it got pretty spicy at the end here. Let's see. Let's see if I can get the
You guys everybody start. Don't
Your Honor,
fucking figure it out, you
Counsel,
asshole.
can you guys hear me now?
All right, it's well, Mr. Haig, is that better?
That
So-
was better. See if the question.
I guess he's got issues with his IT, like their expert guy, but the guy is like
today. So I would ask, and I understand.
this
when I
is
say
the
genuinely,
defense,
that
one of the
court's
defense
schedule
attorneys
is
for
getting
Alec
in
Baldwin.
where we are in the lead up to trial, but the issues are just serious, and I'm not going to be able to rest today. So I would ask, even if we don't decide at this exact moment, when there could be potentially another hour from the court. But given the hour, given the ability to cross-examine this witness, and given that there's going to be other documents and evidence that we have to put in because of what's going on here today, we're not going to be in a position to rest today.
Can I ask, does the defense have other witnesses that you intend to call?
So this prosecutor was also in do you remember the Hannah Gutierrez trial? Did you catch any of that? You caught a little bit of it, right?
Yeah, I don't remember it.
She is normally a defense attorney, right? And so, but they hired her as a special prosecutor just for the Hannah or the
Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, Alec Baldwin, but the hang on. Helena Hutchins, right?
Oh, okay.
That was who Alec Baldwin shot, was Helena Hutchins. So they hired her to investigate the whole Helena Hutchins mess. And so she's normally a defense attorney.
I have
So
to meet with my colleagues after this and decide, given what I think is going on here, which is troubling to put it lightly. So I don't know exactly how this is going to proceed.
Thinks it's all bullshit.
Having practiced in many states, it's very rare that I'm put in a position where reports are hidden, witnesses change their answers in this kind of manner. And I hope the court will take this seriously. We're certainly taking it seriously. And I just cannot be in a position where we don't have a moment to confer and the court looks at me an hour past the end of the day and says, can you just rest? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to ask for more time. So I'm just being direct with the court on where we are.
Well, that's not really germane to my question. My question is, we showed up to do a hearing today. I understand Mr. Spiro's concerns, but if the court tears a hole in its calendar and resets us, is the defense then going to show up with witnesses that we haven't interviewed?
Let me do this. Your plan, Mr. Spiro, was that you were going to use these 3 witnesses. And now I don't understand how because he can't remember, you're going to be calling other witnesses.
That's a bit of an issue, though.
These are the 3 witnesses for this hearing.
So, as you can see, Alec Baldwin on trial in New Mexico is going to be a mess. It's going to be an absolute mess. And I think there will be some good stuff to get out of that trial. What do you think, Michael?
Oh, there's nothing good out of this Alec Baldwin story.
No.
It was just tragedy from the beginning.
Well, he's tragic to begin with, so he's a tragedy.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting to see how it advances, because I mean, his defense attorneys aren't going to they're not going to go light on anybody, right? They're going to do everything that they can to delay, and then if it does go to trial, they're going to do everything they can while in trial to
standard defense attorney tactic: delay. Always ready, seldom prepared.
Yeah, exactly. So yesterday was the longest day of the year for us.
I noticed.
So, what's that?
Roy, I have nothing to add on there. After I left here, I went home for the night.
So right now we have, what was our daylight yesterday?
Something like 21 hours, was it?
Yeah, probably.
The sun just dips around the mountains for a little bit and comes back.
Yeah, I know exactly. I was trying to find a chart or something. Oh, here we go. Sunrise. And don't bring it over there. Share the screen, dummy. All right. So yeah, so June 21st, we have sunrise was at 4:20, sunset is at 11:42, but as you can see, it doesn't get dark. We get what's called civil twilight. And yeah, actually, is that civil twilight or not? So daylight and then civil twilight. Well, yeah. Then they go to Barrow in the winter, right? Didn't they have what was the movie? They had a movie about vampires in Barrow in the winter.
Yeah, I remember that.
They did. But as you can see, so June 21st. So, but the silly thing is yesterday we actually gained 5 seconds, but today we started losing, and we lost 6 seconds this morning.
And pretty soon we're going to see fireweed sprouting up.
Right? Yep. And then it goes. I mean, see how fast it goes too. Like 19 seconds, then 30 seconds, and then we're into the minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then in July, we're losing like 2 to 3 to 4 to 5.
Yeah, don't celebrate that.
No. And I mean, you think, oh yeah, you've had all this daylight, but like up until like a week ago, it was all behind the clouds. And it was like
the rain.
It was like 50 degrees.
And the rain just did not stop. How many times have you mowed your yard this summer?
I don't have to mow my lawn.
Ah, that's lucky you. I've mowed it twice.
Really?
Part of
That's
the reason
it?
because I haven't had time, and the other part is it's been raining like every day. And so I finally got to the backyard, and I had to do what I call harvest the dandelions.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, it was like cutting a fresh salad.
That's funny.
The plant, the dandelions themselves are just full of moisture.
Right.
And the mower goes over them. Like I said, it's just cutting fresh iceberg lettuce.
So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Is this you mowing the lawn?
No, that's my son. Well, you see how nasty the lawn got.
I know. I see that.
Yeah.
I see that. No, it's cool to see him out there pushing the mower, right?
Yeah. It's really neat. It's a battery powered mower.
Yeah, I was seeing that. There's no,
It's a
yeah.
standard Ryobi battery, just like on your screw gun or Sawzall or whatever. And it's only a 13-inch blade. It's a tiny mower, but it didn't run out as fast as I assumed it would.
Okay.
And it just kept a humming.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a buddy of mine we borrowed, so I didn't mind putting Benji behind it.
No, he's getting to the age where he should be out there mowing.
Oh gosh,
lawns.
no! At that age, I think I was already dragging a 2-stroke mower around the neighborhood.
Well, yeah, no, I know, but anyway, we don't want to get into that conversation.
My next door neighbor fashioned this cart out of a trash can cart that they had, and he would basically tow lawnmowers and whatnot on his bicycle around to do the other job accounts he had.
Oh, neat. Oh, wow.
Yeah. This is, of course, in South Texas when the temperature was 105.
Cool. Well, hey, we're almost there to the end. So the only other thing is a couple weeks ago, it's been a couple weeks now already, we actually came in here to the Rethink Home Studios and filmed a whole nother scene for our show that we slowly working to get together. But yeah, that was pretty fun, wasn't it, Michael?
Yeah, it was a good time. I don't remember it. Wasn't that just the other day?
It was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, gotcha.
Just the other day.
And it's funny because I'd written a scene a while ago because it's taken us a year or so to get to where we are now. And then it was coming up, filming was coming up, and I was getting everything together. And the morning of the shoot, I woke up and I'm like, how do I add to this scene? It's just like going through my head. Okay, what do I do to add to this scene? And then I came up with something just completely out of the blue. Just I wanted to make it even more sillier than it was. And I think we accomplished that. I'm not going to give too much away. I'm not going to do any spoilers until we get but I think it worked out pretty well. I thought the concept was pretty funny. You agree, or do you think it was stupid?
No, it was funny. I got it.
Okay.
The initial rewrite that you came in with?
Yeah. Well, the little bit that I added at the,
right.
It's an interrogation scene. We'll put it that way. And it kind of gets flipped on its head a little bit, unexpected ways, but it was fun. And the actors were, Mark and Davey and Zach they were on it,
they were champions.
Because I didn't write it, right? It was a concept. And so we wrote a little bit of it, right? And then, but we all came together and, I gave them the idea and then they're like, well, I think my character would actually say this instead of that. And I'm like, you're correct. And so it was a fun experiment and, so we all kind of ad-libbed it and just kind of went about it. So after, and that kind of leads me to this, is after this trial gets over, because it's been consuming me as far as our thing, but it's been amazing for our channel. Our channel has grown a lot, and we absolutely appreciate all of the growth of our channel, because it's really cool to see, because we've been putting a lot of work on this, and so it's really cool to see the growth. Yes. And so it's kind of neat. So we're gonna keep doing that, but we don't want to get away from our original premise too, right? So
no.
So, but yeah, just the growth in subscribers and the growth in just, you know, the what am I trying to say? Just the interaction, right? That's all been very cool. So I'm enjoying it. Michael sees a little bit of it, but you know.
Yeah.
But maybe I can talk him into, you know, doing one of these live streams with me one night, right?
You can talk me into it. But I don't know if I could just sit here the whole time.
No, you can. Oh no! And then Patty got yeah. YouTube's been kind of weird today. She got yeeted off there, so she was I guess typing, but there was nothing going through. That's a bummer.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, and we got the 3D printers. Remember, we were going to do some of that, so we should get back into some of that, and then
Yeah, they've been persnickety lately.
Oh yeah.
Well, I noticed one. I got to replace the fan on. I ordered that.
Okay.
My leveling tool went a little spotty, but today it worked. And then I got the other one up and running here, except it wasn't aligned on the bed. And I was like, oh, screw it, I'll mess that later. I'll do with that when we're done here.
Yeah.
But it should be up and humming pretty good. And then
cool.
One of my Macs, my large one at the house, I have to pull it apart. Whoever designed these things, I'm just kicking them in the balls if I ever meet them. To get to the board where, you know, all the wires are attached and whatnot.
Right.
You have to turn the darn thing over upside down.
Oh my gosh.
And to access the hatch there. And it doesn't actually sit well upside down.
Really?
Of course, no. It's got the big gantry and whatnot.
Okay.
Frame. And it's just a pain.
Mm.
I really never look forward to getting into the motherboard, but I have to get it because it's getting a thermal runway, which is the thermistor can't, or it's not getting the correct information to maintain the correct heat on the nozzle.
Right.
And then it just halts right in the middle of printing, just no call for it, stops.
Seems like, you know, the technology for 3D printing is really cool, but it's also still pretty new. I mean, it's pretty.
Yes and no. One the thing is, you know, these Ender printers, they're for the amateur 3D printer. They're not industrial in any way.
Right.
I mean, they're just industrial manufactured, but any sort of industrial printing or something like that, where you'd have, you know, just super high quality products. You
No,
put
they're
in a
definitely
package and put on a store shelf.
Right. No, they're definitely consumer grade for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, for the I mean, you've got some cool stuff here that, that you can see.
No, I had to bring in another thing because they sold thing this week.
Oh, you sold a thing. All right.
Yeah.
It's the, you know, thing.
Yeah. Lady had me put it on her shoulder to freak out her kids as she went to the car.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. That's awesome. So yeah. So all right, I think that's it. I wanted to mention the store too. So Michael and Jodi. Jodi never called in. We'll have to give her some crap for that. But,
spoke with her. She was gonna.
Oh, okay. Maybe she just. You know what? I didn't send her a link. So it's my.
How do I do that?
It's actually my
A
fault.
link?
How do I do that? Yeah, I know. I needed to send her a link. So next time I'll send her a link. Well, she'll be here next week anyway.
She'll be here next week.
But yeah, Michael, Jodi run Rethink Home. So rethinkhome.net. Look it up online. No, it's .net.
Yeah.
Really? You don't. Okay,
Well,
now you gotta make me check. I believe it's rethinkhome.net. Yes, it is rethinkhome.net. And I will show it. Good thing you didn't do the advertisement.
I did these business cards. I don't know what I included on there.
But yes, rethinkhome.net. It is a just a lovely store. Used, you know, used furniture is the is the main thing, but there's just a whole lot of cool stuff in here. I mean, as you can see, and I don't know, these pictures are maybe a little dated,
File
but
footage.
I
yeah, just sold that
final
radio
footage
this week.
What about this phone? Do you still have this phone?
I still have that phone. It's right here.
So, oh, cool. All right. So all kinds of way cool stuff. I mean, Jodi and Michael have really got a cool collection going. And, you know, the goal is to sell it all. That's not that they want to collect it. It kind of comes and goes, but they don't, they seem to acquire some really cool stuff. So
ideally, as a customer returns, they return to kind of a completely different store with totally different merchandise than the last time they were here.
Yeah, I mean,
that's when we're really selling stuff.
That usually helps. So yeah, just check it out. I mean, you know,
it's kind of unique that we don't really have any repeating merchandise items.
Right.
So
no, exactly.
Buy it now because it may not be here when you come back. And
right.
I won't be ordering new ones.
And then, you know, Mike also does some artwork, some art projects. So I think next time maybe we'll show off one or two of those too. So, or the one right behind him. Yes, you know, not copyrighted at all by any kind of entity whatsoever. Yeah, fan art, exactly, and not art that you throw in a fan.
But if it was a long time ago, probably hieroglyphics about it.
Yeah, no, exactly, probably. So yeah, so this is our studio. It's their shop. It's all kinds of things. So we do a lot of the filming here, and then you know you can check out some of our other stuff like our Miss Matters, which I've even got a Miss Matters sitting in the can, waiting to go out. But
and one on deck.
Yeah, and one on deck, exactly. So look for that. So we got more stuff coming up. Like I said, the engagement, the new subscribers, it's really great, and we're gonna keep this thing rolling. So thank you very much for tuning in. Thanks for checking us out. I will be posting the video up for this week's video up on YouTube tomorrow morning. Just an update on the last one here, real quick before we go. Kind of give you some numbers, which is really kind of neat. So the part 5 video, we're up to the 8. Let's go right into it. Yeah, almost 900 views on that one, which you know for large channels is that's like bleh, but and then the part 2 is still cooking along. It is actually up to 17,000 views. In the last 48 hours, it's been viewed 370 times. And 128 of our subscribers have come from that video. It's amazing. So
well done, you.
Yeah. I appreciate it. Oh, you help. You help me keep going. Yeah, exactly.
Yay, Rob.
So again, thank you very much. So thank you very much for everything, and we look forward to seeing you later. And I'll be back on Tuesday with another clips show to get some more clips for next week's video. And then, because eventually this trial is going to stop, and then we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do next. So maybe Alec Baldwin, maybe the thug thing, maybe some of our own stuff again. Probably a mixture of all that.
That's depressing.
What's that?
That there's going to be so many examples available to us that we couldn't just ask for court to be orderly and fair.
No, it's got to be nuts. It's got to be absolutely crazy.
Yeah, it's too bad.
I don't know. My bonus video too. I've got a bonus video that's coming about my theory. I have a theory of the case, and I'm hopefully I'll be able to get it done this week, and I'll be able to throw it out there next Saturday. But I have a theory of the case that nobody has thought of.
That it's just it's a PSYOP study.
Oh, it's even deeper than that.
Oh wow.
It makes as much sense as anything the state has presented. But yeah.
Well, there you go. Here.
Yeah, we will talk about that next week. All right, guys, we're out of here. Thank you very much. We will see you later.